Good morning, everybody. It is November 10th at 11:23 a.m. I'm Georgia Vallejos. I am an astrologer, a psychic, tarot reader, and a Reiki master. I have been studying metaphysics since 1993. And I also have been teaching. I teach classes in tarot, astrology, various metaphysical subjects, crystals, healing, Reiki classes, and I also offer readings and astrology consultations. My website is www.georgiavallejos.com. I am also recording this as a video and also a podcast. My podcast is www.anchor.fm/theravensview, and I am on YouTube under my name, and you can find my videos, and I hope that you subscribe to my podcast and my YouTube channel. That would be wonderful. Thank you if you do. Today I wanted to do a reading on our healing process. We've been through a lot as a country and as people with the election and, the issues of the past years. And also we have been dealing with a huge pandemic, which is like skyrocketing right now. It's just out of control. So I wanted to do a reading, and I'm going to do one from time to time to kind of see where we're at and what needs to be done and how we can individually adapt to everything that's going on, because it's been difficult. And also I use different oracle decks for these readings. I use tarot reading in my regular readings for people. I'm a predictive psychic, so the tarot works the best for that. I also give a free little oracle reading with my tarot reading. But for this purpose, I chose oracle cards. I have a new deck, Sacred Rebel, and it's by Alana Fairchild. And it's a bunch of beautiful, beautiful cards, and this really nice guidebook. And I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook too, because I just got it yesterday, so I'm not that well versed in it. But I want to read from the guidebook because there's wonderful affirmations that are for each card. So I will do that. So let's get down to our reading. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me through my website, www.georgiavallejos.com. If you want a reading or more information or see my classes and events that I have, that would be great. So let's get to our reading. First card is After the Storm, and I think that's pretty well self-explanatory. That's where we're at. We're at the, at the sort of anticlimax, even though we still have a lot of stuff going on. The main storm is pretty much over, and we can look forward to maybe a new beginning in some new way. So it's done. We're past the storm, and now we have to put our lives back together. We still have to deal with the pandemic, obviously. So we have to put our lives back together after all this. But I want to read this beautiful little poem that's in the book that came with the cards. I really like it. And it's about the healing process. Storms so wild, storms of grace, I call your blessing into my heart now. May I release and let go. May I be revitalized and grow. I open up my heart to you now. Storms of grace, I stand my ground to allow your magic to cleanse and surround. Any outgrown energy which I no longer need, anything which will sap or deplete rather than feed. Storms of grace, merciful earth, with your help I experience rebirth. And then the affirmation is, through divine creative genius, this is now so. So that's just perfect, I think. It's a very beautiful deck. You might want to get it for yourself. Okay, the next card is Relax the Hold of Darkness and Be at Cause. So that card is just saying that letting go of the darkness that surrounded us. We've had so much darkness around us with pandemics and political upheaval and people fighting and the unkindness that exists in the world. I mean, if you go on any social media, you'll find people saying the most horrific things to each other. There's just no respect anymore. And this is the darkness that's been around us, and this is what has to stop, because we are one. It's time to understand how interconnected we are and how we are all one, and how we all are a part of a whole. We are not these bodies, we are also spirits. So it's time that we have to take that step and grow. We can't go on like this anymore. We just can't. It's also about taking up responsibility and taking up your cause. There's a wonderful thought that came to me once many years ago, and if you are living in fear of death all the time, you are not living. So it's time to let go. Living in fear is not living. It's time to let go. And our affirmation for this card from the book is, I accept the offer of life so that I may truly live. So, let's get on the ball, and I know we're all, we all have that little death thing hanging over us from this pandemic, but we cannot spend our lives in fear, because then we're not living. The next card is this one. And it's Visions of Life Beyond Death. Very beautiful card. See a lot of owls in this deck. I haven't even seen all the cards, so some of these are totally new to me too. This is a card of sacred vision, of knowing that there is more than that which we can touch and feel. This table, the wall. There's just so much more than that. There's whole other dimensions of life, and synchronicities and signs and symbols and omens from the universe. There is way more. So this is, we need to open up and to the possibility that there are things beyond death, and that our spirit does live on. Even those that have passed, they live on. So that's a beautiful card, and there's a message there. And the little affirmation is, I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision. So the next card is Come to Life. And that again goes with the whole theme of coming to life, starting to live again. I'm not advocating running around without masks or not social distancing, but we do have to live. So finding a way to live safely and creatively, utilizing our creativity. And the affirmation is, let there be life. And the next card is Pandora's Gift. Now, everybody might not know the myth of Pandora. Pandora was given this box, and she was told, do not open it under any circumstances. And of course, like being human, her curiosity got the better of her. And she did open the box, and in it she found all of humanity's ills and greed and guilt and worry and all that. And all of those things got released into humanity. Just everything got released. And the last thing that came out was hope. And that is the gift of Pandora, is hope, And I also kind of liken it to our political climate. It's interesting that this is card number 45. I really do feel that had Hillary Clinton been elected president, we would still be doing the same old. So this past 4 years has brought out kind of our ugly underbelly, racism and all the ills that we've seen, and in a way that's a gift, because now that we see it, we can deal with it. And it was pretty well hidden, and number 45, President number 45, brought that to the forefront. And it is a gift, and we didn't suffer for nothing. And we see how divided we are. Half of this country thought that was all a good thing, half did not. So and as we know, as Abraham Lincoln said, and I believe it comes from the Bible, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So that's the gift of what we had. And the affirmation is, those that seek to torment me are unequivocally uninvited now. I bow only before divine truth, light, and love. That's pretty nice. And then our last card is Spirals of Manifestation. And this card is saying that, when you manifest, it's not a linear thing, like, you plant your seeds and your seeds come up and then you harvest your food. That doesn't, in our personal manifestation, doesn't necessarily work that way. It may be spiral. And, we come around, we do things again and again, and we learn, and then we move on, and it just keeps going. It's sort of like rebooting, and creating a new reality. Nothing is linear. So be mindful of synchronicities, symbols, and omens that the universe sends, and know that your life path is unfolding. It may not unfold in a strict linear manner, but it is unfolding. That's how creation works. So the affirmation is, spirals of creation, spirals of light, you bring my manifestation to life. I trust in your wisdom and in your grace. Help me to be wise and keep the faith. So that's our little reading today. It's time to get on with healing, our personal healing of body, mind, and spirit. And, body is obviously pandemic related. Our minds need to heal from a lot of what we've been through, and our spirits need to heal. And it's time, I think, for humanity to start moving onward, to move to the next step of their evolution. I think a lot of people have, and that is ascension and moving to a non-dual nature, and understanding unity and oneness, and how we are all connected, and having compassion and kindness is important. So let's move forward and see where all that goes. And that's today's reading. It's just a reading to see about our healing. And I will come back probably next week and maybe do another one. So hoping everybody is well. Hope to hear from you. Please, again, subscribe to my podcast or my video, and it would be great to see you. Take care, and blessings to everyone.